Ladies and fiction man, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Kit. Today's video is going to be a November reading wrap-up, we shall ignore for her. I read 8 books, but one was a DNF, so technically I read 7 books. Let's just get started. So for one and only book I DNF'd was The Institute by Stephen King. I have nothing to say about this book other than if I carried on reading it, I would have been put in a reading slump. And I did not like this book so much that I no longer own any Stephen King books, I believe, other than On Writing, which is his, not biography, but his non-fiction I wrote. It was a paperback. I did not enjoy it. I do not like his writing. I'm kind of a bit iffy about him as a person, and I shall not get into that. The next book I read was a audiobook, and I have completed a series. And so far, other than House of Rain, I've read, I think, all of her books, and that is Harley LaRue. I rated it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Saying that, I did enjoy both books. So for Losers Duet, which is what's called, which actually came out before Her Soul to Take, I really enjoyed it. It's a dark romance. It follows Jessica, who is your stereotypical popular queen bee sort of character, after she returns home and then makes a deal with the losers, which are, I believe, 4 boys, because she needs her car fixed. And so she makes a deal with them. And the whole book is just them. Well, the whole 2 books is just them and this deal. I'm not going to say what the deal is, however. If you're listening to the audiobook, don't listen to it at work because it's really, really spicy. The next book I read was a fantasy, because I'm trying to read less romance, even though my shelves are pretty much just that. Because I want to read more thrillers and essentially more genres that aren't romance. I say that as I'm writing a dark one. The next book I read was Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I believe I had high expectations of this book because I've heard Stephanie Garber is a brilliant writer and this series is really good. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. I'm not continuing with the series. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 rereads. So Heartstopper 3, 4 and 5, all by Alice Oseman. Because they're rereads, my rating does not change. And I originally rated them 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't heard of Heartstopper, it follows Nick and Charlie, who are both queer male teenagers, as they navigate not only coming out, but also their feelings for each other, and also other issues like homophobia in the family, specifically Nick, because his brother's extremely homophobic. It also talks about eating disorder, because Charlie has an eating disorder, and how that affects people in a relationship. Because someone with an eating disorder does not just affect that person, it can also affect our partner as well, especially when they have to become an inpatient, I believe that's what it's called, which Charlie does. And then I watched the brand new Frankenstein film by Guillermo del Toro. If I mispronounce his name, or your name, if he watches this video, highly unlikely. Brilliant film, by the way. I totally recommend it. I have not shut up about it since I watched it, and I've already watched it 3 times. And it's been out for 3 weeks, I believe, or 2 weeks. One of them. Yeah, I watched it by myself, and then I watched it again, and then I made my boyfriend watch it, because teehee. After that, I was really in the mood to read the book, so I did. And my love of the book was just made even more because of the film, and it's a 5 out of 5 stars. Frankenstein is technically sci-fi, and I don't particularly like that genre, but when it comes to sci-fi, I think I don't really like robotic robots or space, sort of sci-fi. And it's also horror because Mary Shelley is for Queen of Horror. I have 4 editions of Frankenstein. And then the last book I read is on my shelf. I don't want to get it. It's a hardcover, and it's the only hardcover I read. 5 out of 5 stars. It was really, really good. I didn't want to put it down. It's also fiction, and I have my reading journal here, so I can read you my review once I find it. Okay, I found it. So I predicted this book to be 3 or 4 stars, and I was wrong. My rating was wrong as I ended up rating this book a 5. I enjoyed the multitude of POVs and the writer's prose, especially his way of creating a tale about how one single event can affect so many different people in so many different ways. It's just, so essentially it follows Cyrus and his family throughout different years. It follows him, his mum, his dad, his uncle, and then there's even a couple of other chapters that are his friends. And Cyrus is an addict, which kind of makes him an unreliable narrator, I believe. And it's just really good. It wasn't, I thought it was translated fiction, but it wasn't. It was written in English, I believe. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm now reading Tender is for Flesh, which I'm also somewhat enjoying. I'm a bit like, whoa, because it's horror, I believe. It's a dystopian horror. And yeah, if you guys want to know what I think of that book, keep an eye out for my December wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below what videos you want me to, and then I will happily do a Q&A video. Also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and press the subscribe button and the notification bell, and then you get a notification every single time I upload a brand new video, and I shall see you in my next one.